Hello and welcome back to In My Opinion with Dr. Anansi. It's another week and we are gathered here to mourn the 1 year that I put in so much effort to work for this government and you've not even given me clearance. Still I don't have clearance. I decided to delve into this matter. I choose not to, because there are a lot of nitty gritties that I put it out here right now. Things might not go as expected, so I choose not to delve into that. But enough about me. How is you? I don't know about you, but me, this year is giving me 2022 vibes. Those who remember how 2022, I don't know if it was all of us, not all of us, some of us. But for me, 2022 was one of the years that showed me extreme shaggy. Like extreme shaggy. I think it was the year, we were still suffering from the COVID backlash. There was a negative, it had a serious negative implication on my family's finances. Along the line, that same year, my phone got stolen. That same year, I went into some serious debt because of the finance issue. Like, it wasn't expected. So, like, things were planned to go up, like how things usually went, but it didn't. So suddenly, some debts, really, the whole year, like 2022 was a depressive year for me. And that was the year I did mental health. So I think that helped me a bit, made me understand how to be able to cope with it. And this year is giving me those vibes. I don't know if I'm the only one. Cause, hey, Ataya. Well, as today's topic says, Throwback Nostalgia. We are going to go back. Gen Zs, you are not invited. You have to stay out of this one because all you people know is Indomie and using phones. You don't know anything about throwback stuff. This has nothing to do with you. But if you're Gen Z and you're listening, or you can listen to learn a tip or two, to learn about the history of the 1990s. Oh god. So throwback nostalgia, our past. Like those were fun times that these Gen Z people wouldn't relate, unfortunately for them. Like really, really fun times. Really fun times. Like it's bringing me so much memories. Let's start with like when we're like kids, small kids. When we used to play the rich squad can't relate. We the average to poor society for yeah, we can relate. From my friend is say Nkru, that's what we used to call it. Nkru, that is where we learned all our cooking and cleaning skills. We literally used to stage village life right there and then. We would pretend there would be someone to play the role of father, mother, kids, aunties, uncles, grandparents, like a whole literal family, a community. We would build huts, not out of mud, but let me say little houses out of branches, especially palm tree branches. Yes. Or coconut branches, or any branches that look big enough. with some dead sticks. Some people were like literal experts in these. If you wanted a home built in like a matter of minutes, just call these people. They just enter into one bush, come with all the necessary accoutrements, build it for you. We had those who go and get matches, who go and steal matches from their mother's kitchen, bring a little bit of rice, a little bit of sausage, a little bit of salt, all the little accoutrements, tomatoes, like not like small bits of tomatoes. We used to literally cook. I remember we used to cook, do proper cooking. When the houses were built, we used to sweep around the place like it was a literal community. Hey, Gen Z is what? Y'all can't relate. We used to play. There was this game I remember, Pilolo, Pilolo, Juma Pilolo, Juma Pilolo, something. It was a very weird song that I went to there. And Pilolo was which one? Yeah, I think Pilolo was the one with the sticks. Hey, we can be ready if you put we will all yes some a number of sticks and we would hide them. So you the one who is piloloing, you would have to go looking for them. When you go looking for them, when you're able to find all of them, then the I forgot how the game was played, but then the next person comes. I don't know. I mean, sometimes we used to do it in a team. Sometimes we used to do it individually. It was really dope. It was really dope. Then there were the times of Ampy. Eh, there was yes, Ampy. Ampy came with all its backlash. Then, not now. Then it was an omen to see a boy playing Ampy. But then gradually it became kind of acceptable in a sense that they were kids just playing because then it was that social that there was a thick that's not a thing a thick line between what boys should do and what girls should do. So boys, yours is football, and ladies it's ampy. I think girls could come and play football, no one says a word, but a boy or boys, no, when boys, all the boys were playing the ampy with the girls, there was no issue. But suddenly, if it's just one boy or two playing ampy with the girls, it became a very big issue. Then there was tag, like the whites call it tag. We had a name for it. I've forgotten. So someone will be it. They'll chase you around. Whoever they touch first, then that person would be it, and that person will have to chase them to touch someone else. We got hurt many times. I remember there was something weird things we used to do. As we were like, if someone was swearing that they didn't do something, let's say, I say, I'm accusing you of doing something, and you are like, you said you didn't do it, and I say you, I know that you didn't. You say you didn't do it, and I spit on the floor, and I'm like, if you say you didn't do it, lick my spit. Then we would lick the spit. God, what was wrong with us? No one told us about the infections that we were introducing ourselves to. Apart from the fact that we are literally swallowing someone's sputum, the dirt, the germs on the ground. Yo, ew. So there was that. Yes, in the football there was small pools. I see kids still play today. There was small pools. There was one we was it one touch football. I've forgotten what's called, but then you only get to kick the ball once in a turn. So when I kick the ball, I cannot touch the ball again until someone else touches the ball. And if I make a mistake of kicking the ball and touching it before, or kicking again before someone else kicks it, I'll have to go and become the goalkeeper. And it was bad being the goalkeeper because you are only changed when you either catch someone's ball, someone's shot in a sense, or someone kicks the ball twice, then you exchange with the person. If not, you could stay as a goalkeeper for ages and they will hit you with all the shots. Well, I remember football brings memories, fond memories. I was going home one time after school. From my home to my school was like a walking distance. So I was going home. Then I um I was passing by. There was a place where they used to play football, and it was the shortest route that I could take to get to like. I always use that route home. So it was a Friday, and we were playing football, and a friend of mine called me in, where I was like looking at this person, we were having a little conversation, and someone had some serious shot on the side of my head. Like everything went from the place was clear to that sound. Masumi Minara. It was one painful shot. One painful shot. I almost fell on the ground. I fell on the ground actually. And that day I was having a really bad day because the I don't know about now, but then we used to have shorts with elastic inside instead of wearing a belt. It was just elastic. And that day of all days, that was the day the elastic in my belt, in my on the waist, suddenly loosened. It wasn't like gradual, it was just sudden. So now I was like I was wearing hojo kind of shorts, and that shorts too was long. It was beyond my knee, so it was kind of like hojo trousers. And I was holding onto the trouser. Yes, I was holding onto the trouser at the waist side, so it doesn't slip and fall. And I was in a hurry to go home. And I pine my soon. Alrighty, yeah, bro. Then there was this game that I still see some kids still do it today. It really brought out the creativity in us. And why we talk about that one? The intro that we used to play. Yes, I remember we watched so much movies. That was the first time I did something uh, creative, like video wise. No one had told me this before about how they used to edit, how the witches came on and off screen, like suddenly disappeared. I was able to sit down and analyze and realize that they would just pause, let the witches walk on screen and play. So when they do that, like pause and record, we do that suddenly when you play it, it cuts to when they suddenly appeared in the scene. I was able to figure that out, and I had this very untechno phone. I think that was my second phone, and with very horrible camera quality. But then it was dope, and we literally filmed a video, a short film of witches. Yes, and the witches, two people were having a conversation, going home, and out of nowhere, we just dropped in on them and held one and disappeared, took the person away, and another person ran away. So we went complain. Like we wanted to film more, but then my phone didn't have enough space. So that was when I entered the world of videography and stuff. Yes, and yeah, that was saying there are certain things that we still see today. Car making. We used to take tin. I was never able to. I think I did one before, but I never did the cutting. Someone did the cutting for me, and I just put it together. It was one of the reasons why I never ventured into engineering because I ain't good at it. So we will cut, was it tin tomato cans, um, milk cans. Usually I do milk or kanishi. Then we would put it together, get the chalewati that we used to wear, akamelas, the sport ones, cut out circular. Sometimes it wasn't even sport. We cut out circular shapes from them to be the ties. We use broomsticks as the whatever will hold the ties in between our cars. They will tie a rope to them and pull them and be like we're driving. Like we were manifesting driving cars at that age. We had those who were pushing what was it? Ties. Yes, pushing ties around as if they were driving. They had those who would be drivers and they will have their mate and the driver will be holding a circular thing, probably a bucket, those paint buckets, the tops, the covers. Yes, that will be the steering wheel. Then whoever will board the bus will have to hold on to the next person. So the first person who will board the bus will hold on to the driver. Then the others will hold on to whoever become the last person. And when the driver moves, everyone moves, and that's how the bus moves. Very weird, very funny. How we used to think, and these things were fun, were very fun. I remember bird hunting. We used to go bird hunting. I know how many of you did that. I didn't go some, but I saw that they used to go. They go. We lived. I lived in the forestry commission at Chimota, so we literally lived very close to the forest. So there were lots of birds, and you have people going into the bush with stones and catapults. Ah, Randy, the birds. You will survive. They'll go bird hunting. They used to eat them. I don't eat those kind of birds. Yes, religious wise. Then what else? Yes, there was spitting there. That thing they put the pen, they do a heap of sand, you put the pen on a certain part of your body, then you kind of throw it into the sand, making sure it sticks in the sand. If it falls, you don't get to move to the next step. So I think you start from your palm, then your back of your hand, then your elbow, then your shoulders, then your head facing forward. Then the next one is I think you turn back. And, oh god! And we have one where you have to. There were stones. You put a few groups of stones. So you pick one stone, you throw, you touch the ground, then you touch, you catch the stone. Then you throw the stone. You pick one another stone, you catch the stone. Then you throw the two stones. You pick a third stone. You catch the two stones, making it for instance, 3 stones. So you had to do. I think it was a total of about 8 stones. So if you're able to catch all like with one after the other, one after the other, and able to gather all the stones. Sometimes you could throw one stone and pick like 3 stones and catch them, right? So you're supposed to do all that. Make sure you catch all the stones, like throw all the stones, pick the last one and catch all the stones. That makes you the winner. If you're able to falter at any stage, you have to start over. I mean, the next person gets a turn. I remember those they hurt my knuckles because when the stones are falling, I'm able to catch them. But when I was learning, this hurt my knuckles a lot, like a whole lot. There was that game. This game I've tried remembering the name. I tried so much remembering the name that we used to call it. They create boxes on the ground, then you would hop on them. So um, I don't know. I've forgotten what happens when uh, something happens and someone claims a spot. That's their home. So the opponent, is not able to stand in their home. I think when you're able to complete. Yes, yeah, yeah. I remember. You draw the stone, the boxes. You have a stone that you have to throw into the a box. Then you hop into all the hoppings, come back, pick the stone, then you leave. Then you move to the next. So there's point one. Then you are done with that. You go to point two. The point three. Once you're able to do all the, I think there were 9 points. When you're able to do all that, then you can claim one place as your own. So no one else gets to step into that plane apart from you. If they step into that plane, they are out. If they've missed their turn, so someone else has to come in. I've forgotten the name of the one. Then I remember we used to have storytelling. Yes, someone would like, hey, your area was village, Papa. Please, it wasn't a village. That was one of the things we used to be happy about. We make ourselves happy when we are back from home and we are done with all the chores and the homework and stuff. Then games were not such a big thing. Like games were now coming into the system here in Ghana. So we were not really people. Yes, I remember there were game centers people used to go and play games. You go and pay, you play games, and you come back. Like it's still there. That this modern era is more modernized. Then it wasn't. Those were games you couldn't have at home. If you have them at home, then you really have a lot of money, like a lot. But now, PS5 almost will be a bikra. So you as the story time. I remember there were times we used to run away from home to go and sit with people, like our friends, the close in the neighborhood, just to talk about these story times, tell jokes, laugh, toli, those kind of stuff. It was good. And most of the times, we used to do this during lights out. When the lights go out, then it was fun and not fun at the same time. It was fun because we get to run and leave home. When the lights go out, you hear the whole area. Oh, when lights come on, you hear everybody say, "Yay!" Oh my god! It was a really fun age. Now adulting is killing me. Wish we could go back to this age. It was fun. All we had to do was go to school, and school wasn't so difficult then. Or most of me a shack. School wasn't difficult. It's like little things we're learning in school, 2 plus 2, blah blah blah, x plus x, some small RME and social studies we were learning here and there. Now a math teacher would beat us, but then for mental, we used to. I don't know how many of you had this, but we used to have RME dictation because our RME teacher didn't trust. Said we were bad at spelling. So we used to have RME dictation. Especially the Muslim words. Yes, especially those and some of the Chi traditional words and stuff. It was fun. It was fun. It was really fun times. And there's this thing, I actually kept this thing for last. There was this particular song that at every party, at every party, you could hear it. When that song, it was not even a Ghanaian song. When you hear that song, oh my god, everybody, that song just moved. I don't know why didn't that song get a Grammy. You take a listen to the song.
Alaji.
Yeah, this one. Everyone. Hey, Alaji. The song was dope. And everyone used to vibe with it. Everyone. You see, like, the song had no, there were no words in there that made it, sexist or anything. Yeah, it was just vibes, basically vibes and a nice beat. So everyone put aside their religious whatever beliefs whenever that song came out or came on and went vibing to it. Yeah. I remember this person, Kena Yusoba. Oh, Kena Yusoba. He released a song a few years ago, which is actually kind of like my favorite. I think. Let's listen to it. This song was everything to me. This especially the part that went like yeah, check for yeah, other songs. But this particular one, it didn't hit, but it was so nice to me. Yeah. I remember one other fun time. Then, then you see now that we have action movies for um now everyone watches action movies. Then action movies were for the men, the boys only. Then the love movies were for the girls. But then there was always a crossover with when it comes to soap operas, especially telenovelas to be specific. I remember My Sweet Fat Valentina, Second Chance. Second Chance, I really didn't watch much, but there were a lot of noise about it. There was Rosalinda. There was apart from I've mentioned My Sweet Fat Valentina. Um, Storm over Paradise with Armand, those people. Oh, then they're quite recent on the Lagata and those ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was one this one be. I've forgotten. Well, there was those times. Way before this one. Your friend is saying these people. Kumkumbaja. Kumkumbaja became annoying. I'm talking about the one before Kumkumbaja was like Shri. Yeah, Shri was dope. I remember she was dope. The first Indian movie with a witch, in a sense, that I had watched. It was nice. Very nice storylines. Gen Zs can't relate. Now all we have is Game of Thrones and Power and The Boys and Supercell and what and what and what. Too many supernatural this ones. But then the storylines are still good, no doubt about that. But then when you close from school, you find children running home. That was like the first time you see children will close from school, you want to play with your friends when you go home. But for this one, everyone wants to go home. Why? They don't want to miss a single episode of whatever movie will be, whatever telenovela it was. And me being close to home, oh Lord, it has done me. It was like from my school to my home was probably like 15 minutes walk. If I decide to run, that's like 5 minutes. So we close at 2. This program starts like they don't start exactly at 2. At 2 they play from the previous episode, blah 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 blah. Some of them start at 3. There was one that used to start at 2, then they moved it to 3. So if it starts at 3, those who had to go and get cars before going home will now start leaving school early. I will take my time and walk home and go and watch it leisurely. But the ones that use, if we had extra classes and we were closing at 3, these people will go and watch at the station. Those who have to go and get cars, go and watch at the station before they go home. And I know from 3 to like 3:10, it's just a recap of the previous episode. Then they'll do adverts before they start. So I know if I run home, I can get there and not miss a single part of it. Some people to do this didn't care because they know on Sundays they will show. On Sundays they used to show the whole week's episode, give a full recap of the whole week. So when the days that you missed out, if you are able to get that time on Sunday, you can be able to watch it. Yeah. Then I remember then one of the vibes the most precious experiences you would ever get is going to the beach. I'm not even going to sit there to drink anything, just going to see the sea. To be able to go and see the sea was a serious experience. My family did it wasn't the really outing type. We go out once in a blue moon. Yes, if you search out the meaning of once in a blue moon, it says once in like 2 years. Literally, that was what my family was. We mostly go out when probably a family member has come from a long, like from far away, want to go and show them town. I never stepped in Accra Mall till when was it? I think last year. The latter part of last year was the first time I stepped into the Accra Mall. Yeah. And all this while, one of my aunties came from abroad, they were going to Accra Mall. My dad was sending them to Accra Mall, and I had never gone. Whenever I wanted to go, they tell me no, or the car is full, or blah blah blah. So I never went. But they were always going. And last year I stepped inside Accra Mall. Yeah. Well, barely. Yeah, we were barely going out. So mostly when someone travels outside from, or when a relative comes from Kumasi and I've never seen the sea before, my dad takes us an opportunity. Let's go to the beach. We'll go and see the sea. We'll walk around a bit. Sit in the car, come back home. Take a few pictures. Sit in the car, come back home. Basically, that was chilling for me. So it doesn't shock me that I'm so used to being indoors because that's what I'm used to. Basically, like those are really fun times. Like when you think about then and you see how we are adulting now and suffering and crying, you realize that onyame ayebi, onyame anso yemu. Oh Lord, fun times, really fun times. You could drop if you remember anything that I probably didn't mention. I'll leave right if on Spotify. Listen on Spotify. I would leave a place where you can type in a thing or two, a memory or two. You could all read and like smile and have fun with it, just to reminisce the past. Thank you for listening. See you next time. That's next week. Bye.
Allergy. Le président Molokai Wesley, l'homme toujours très très fort. Maman Liliane Kringbo, Anna, femme d'affaires très très forte à Ouaga. Zim Dibé, la voix des lions. Innocent Versace, bébé Ramazani. Babou, Tel Avivani. Alain Boulou, Big Manager. Diapresse depuis Ouaga. Charles Bégoudi. Awas Talon. Allergy. Allergy. Le président Molokai Wesley, l'homme toujours très très fort. Maman Liliane Kringbo, Anna, femme d'affaires très très forte à Ouaga. Zim Dibé, la voix des lions. Innocent Versace, bébé Ramazani. Babou, Tel Avivani. Alain Boulou, Big Manager. Diapresse depuis Ouaga. Charles Bégoudi. Awas Talon. Dio raconta que nous on avance. Jeff J, multimilliardaire en euros. satin door. Big Zadad Gagamuda. Shout up call. Allergy, 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 allergy.